Hey, once in a peaceful village, nestled between lush green hills, there lived a humble tailor named Ahmad. He was known for his exceptional craftsmanship and kind heart. People from neighboring villages came to him for clothes, for he not only sewed garments, but also stitched warmth and kindness into every piece. One day, a wealthy merchant passed through the village and admired Ahmad's skill. "Your hands work magic," he said. "Come to this city and be my personal tailor. You will earn more gold than you could ever imagine." Ahmad, grateful for the opportunity, bid farewell to his village and traveled to the grand city. The merchant introduced Ahmad to noblemen and royals, and soon his reputation soared. He tailored clothes for the most powerful in the land, yet he remained the same humble man, never forgetting his roots. This earned him the admiration of many, including the city's prince, who often requested his services. However, not everyone was pleased. The merchant who had brought Ahmad to the city grew resentful. He had expected Ahmad to be forever in his debt, working only for him. Seeing him favored by the prince filled the merchant's heart with envy. One evening he approached Ahmad with a deceitful smile. "The prince speaks highly of you," he said, lowering his voice. "But he secretly despises your presence. He keeps you around, only to mock your simplicity." Ahmad's heart sank. "Why would he do that?" he asked, troubled. "I do not wish to see you embarrassed," the merchant continued, pretending to be sympathetic. "If you truly respect the prince, avoid speaking in his presence. Stay silent, and you will not invite his ridicule." Trusting the merchant's words, Ahmad obeyed. The next day, when the prince greeted him warmly, he only bowed in silence. Days passed, and Ahmad continued working without uttering a single word. The prince, puzzled by his sudden change, grew distant, thinking the tailor no longer respected him. Sensing the tension, the merchant seized his chance. He approached the prince and feigned concern. "My lord, I must tell you something," he whispered. "Ahmad believes you are beneath him. He refuses to speak in your presence because he thinks you are unworthy of his words." The prince's face hardened. "If that is true, he has no place in my palace," he declared. "Tomorrow, when Ahmad delivers my robe, have him taken to the dungeon." The next morning, Ahmad completed a magnificent robe, unaware of the fate awaiting him. Just as he was about to leave for the palace, the merchant intercepted him. "I will take it to the prince myself," he said, snatching the robe from Ahmad's hands. "You have done enough." Pleased with himself, the merchant strutted toward the palace, carrying the very garment that was meant to be Ahmad's downfall. The guards, following the prince's orders, seized him at the gate. Hours later, Ahmad was summoned. Expecting punishment, he entered hesitantly, but the prince greeted him with curiosity instead of anger. "Why have you refused to speak to me all these days?" he asked. Ahmad, still unaware of the deception, humbly replied, "The merchant told me you found my words offensive. I did not wish to trouble you." The prince's eyes widened in realization. "And where is the robe I asked for?" "The merchant took it from me, saying he would deliver it himself," Ahmad answered honestly. Laughter echoed through the hall. "Then he has truly received what he deserved," the prince said, shaking his head. "You have been deceived, but your heart remained pure. From this day forth, you are not just my tailor. You shall be my royal designer, honored for your honesty and skill. Deception may weave a web, but truth and kindness always unravel it. Those who seek to harm others out of envy often find themselves ensnared by their own schemes. Fate has a way of rewarding those who walk the path of sincerity, no matter how winding the road may seem."